Good morning for Tuesday, the 23rd of May, recorded at 8 a.m. Right, so high pressure from the Azores is continuing to push up and is continuing to stabilise our weather, really, as we head towards the weekend. No real sign of decline or anything like that. It's just sunshine, dry, and beautiful, really. We're still bringing in this sort of northerly flow, but the ice bars have widened a bit, which allows the wind to drop. And as you can see, fronts remain out in the Atlantic, but the jet stream currently running probably through Nova Scotia, right up through to Iceland and across. So if I'm honest, it remains very settled because all the bad weather's getting pushed to the north of us. But those winds, as I say, still got a northeasterly flow in them, and as you can see here, probably around northeasterly at 5 to 10 knots or so. Satellite picture over the UK shows a sort of mixed start. Where we are, it's quite bright. There's a fair amount of upper level cloud or cloud trapped under an inversion to the north of us, and that may just pose a bit of a headache getting surface heating later in the day, but it is dry at least, and there's plenty of sunshine in our area. Public forecast is then showing 17 degrees, the top temperature today, good visibility, and that light northeasterly remaining with us for the day. As you can see, a mixture of sunny spells and sort of cloudier bits as that cloud starts to move down, and the general outlook, pretty good. I won't jinx it, but pretty good. GFS shows, 17 degrees being the top temperature, so still not the warmest day at the moment, but at least it is sunny and dew points hanging around 9 degrees or so. Currently at Lasham at 8 o'clock, we have a temperature of 11, dew point is 6. And David's forecast for today, which was updated last night, talks about the thick cover and low inversion, which will be present first thing this morning. That may take a little while to clear. I mean, it'll be flyable, definitely, but potentially not soarable until the afternoon, though it really depends which forecast you look at for this. But yeah, the wind will get lighter, and hopefully this afternoon it looks like we're going to see some reasonable cloud bases of 3,500 feet, but I think, probably not the best of days today. There's plenty more that we can pick and choose from this week, but nice and sunny nonetheless. That's satellite picture, not satellite picture, webcam picture outside, as you can see, northeasterly, and some top cover just moving in. Airfield nice and freshly mown. And METARs and TAFs, Farnborough saying few at 4.5 for the day, northeasterly, and currently they're reporting again northeasterly, no cloud. Go a bit further up, look at Bryce Norton. They've got a few cloud at 6,200, which is that cloud I've spoken about, but again, few at 4.5. Very, very simple today. So SkySight gives you a potential flight distance of this. So we're sort of on the boundary of the sort of better area, but also on the trickier area. See better into Wales, supposedly into East Anglia, though I'm always suspicious of that. But if we looked at a start at about 12 o'clock, there might be 2-knot climbs up to a dizzy height of around 3,000 feet above sight. This afternoon, maybe seeing bases of 3,500 feet and peaking probably at 4,000 feet, just to the south of us or just to the northwest of us. I do not expect it really to get much above that height. And cloud base amounts, well, there is still a lot of moisture. So although it will start off fairly blue, by the afternoon, we should see cloud base of around 4,000 to 4,500 feet above Lasham. And cloud cover, where you can see the red bit there, which is indicating the amount of top cover there is, which may dial things back a bit. So worth just keeping an eye on that and seeing where it's thickest. No rain or significant weather today. And you can see some elements of south coast convergence going on later today. Looks very nice actually, right down from Leon Solent down towards Eastbourne and down to Ashford. And that line will move closer towards us. Don't think it will have a significant impact on the wind direction, but it will probably get held around the South Downs area. But no, it does look like there'll be some South Coast convergence this afternoon to play with, and we'll look for that out the window. A bit too light for the ridge, I'd say today. I think those of you that went down yesterday probably did find it a bit of a struggle. So skew-tees for this afternoon, we'll just go to South Alton. And with a temperature of 16 degrees, that gives us sort of cloud base of around 4,500 feet or so at freezing level, fairly above that. But look, you can see the amount of top cover there is at various levels, which may just dampen things down a bit. Just look at 4 o'clock, and you can see it doesn't really get much above 16 degrees. In fact, the cloud amount might increase. Just look at overdevelopment risk this afternoon, just to see if there is too much of that. And there is a moderate chance, say, of overdevelopment later in the afternoon, especially up into the Cotswolds. So your best area for today, from the looks of it, sort of out around the normal task area, just the northwest and north of us. And then if you can get down to the South Coast convergence before it comes too far in into the airspace, then you'll have a whale of a time. I'll be interested to see what we get up to. Point forecast then, let's go for Liss first of all. And you can see there blue with some top cover and kicking off really in the afternoon with stronger climbs, 4 knots in the afternoon. And yeah, just see around 2:30 to 3 o'clock, that's really when the energy line does get active there. Point forecast will go for Andoversford. As you can see there, top cover, the queue actually gets quite deep at later points in the day. I'm not expecting any showers, but it is going to butt up against an inversion at some point. So yeah, probably the reason that spread out risk does exist. But again, still reasonable for maybe 200 to 300 kilometers. Okay, finally, airspace. I'll just have a look on my end as well. And it looks like article dropping at South Cerney this afternoon. In fact, no, it's not this afternoon, it's tomorrow. Keevil, it is not notified as active. There is a trigger NOTAM which indicates that it's been put into the pilot, but as far as I can see, it's not active. But again, if you're going to go through there, check with Boscombe. You never know, they might be dropping parachuting. Paragliding just to the south of Keevil. Usual danger area is active. Paragliders, Leckhampton, near Cheltenham. And where else? Not relevant. Okay. Yeah, lots of paragliders in Monkstown. It's just sort of not too far away from Compton Abbas. But on the whole, fairly quiet airspace wise. Nothing I can see in there. I'm just going to bring up check. But yeah, some drone activity in the vicinity of Horton. And aerobatics potentially at Sywell. But yeah, there's nothing too much else to report. Okay, operationally, we're going to be runway 09 today. I'm doing some instructing this morning, so that's why I'm reporting this. So 09 cables on the south side, aerotain from the runway as normal. There might be a few of you, but there's not enough of you to grid. And we've still got that horrible northeasterly wind, which causes us problems in gridding on 09. Movement wise, we have a Navajo due in at 1, and there is a King Air due in at 3:30 and a King Air departing at 5:30. There might be an A321 if they fix it, but when I spoke to the flight crew last night, they was sort of suggesting that wasn't quite ready to go for a little while yet. So yeah, we'll hear about that. Usual things, please clean the gliders after using them and pop them away in the hangar. If you're flying a single-seater, especially, you shouldn't be returning them back to the launch point unless you've, after 5, 6 o'clock, unless you've been told by the launch point you're coming back. Assume it that way, and then you're not having to walk it back to the hangar on behalf of the evening group. Because I sometimes get the evening groups sort of complain that they're being left with 5 or 6 gliders left around, and they're not there to put them away. They're there to fly the aircraft that they've asked for, which I will sort out. So good, that's enough sermon from me. Okay, we will see you on the effort during the day. Mike Birch is duty first thing. I'll be on site from 12 o'clock once I've finished instructing. Bye for now.